Streamlight is truly a NASA spin-off company. From a NASA lab in Fairfield, New Jersey, to a 240,000 square foot manufacturing facility in Eagleville, Pennsylvania. There's a significant family element to what we do here.
People that work here are great to work with. The guys that work on the floor here and answer the phones really take pride in their work, and they enjoy what they do.
We've been at it for going on 50 years here, right? But I think that we've been consistent from the very beginning, and that's helped us get to where we are today.
Joined when we were a very small group, about a half a dozen people working out of a 2,000 square foot office building in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania.
When I was hired, the engineering department was only a few people. There were like 2 designers.
Well, there were 7 people in the company total, and 2 of those were secretaries.
6 of us took orders, made sales, and put together our single product in the back at the time, which was the Streamlight 1 million. And I was actually hired to work on that product.
After the 1 million, we began to focus on handheld rechargeable lights like the SL20.
We had our first major sale in the United States, which was the Missouri Highway Patrol. There were over 600 officers, patrolling officers in that organization at the time.
And we probably met with them, I'm going to say 10 or 12 times.
And they kind of took a chance on this unique, high output, rechargeable duty light.
And to sell somebody on equipping their whole department with $75 flashlights was a big sale.
And bought enough to go in every single one of their patrol cars at the time.
And that was the first departmental sale we made of the product.
It was a major milestone event for the company in its young history. So we all scrambled and kind of chipped in. We hired a couple people, and we built them in that little 2,000 square foot room.
The funniest part of the whole story is when we actually got ready to deliver the final order of 650, we had them lined up on the floor of the small production facility we had at the time.
Laying them on the floor in a giant line. I can still picture like lined up like soldiers from one end of that room to the other. And boxed them up, shipped them, and they had an excellent experience with the light.
And I think the biggest thing that I think Streamlight's done for customers and that I've recognized is that they're very good listeners. We get a lot of feedback on product that we put out there, product lines that I've worked on and so forth. Like I've worked on the Stinger product line for the entire time I've been here.
The Stinger was breakthrough for us as a company, and it had a lot to do with how a police officer would use their light.
They used to put it in the console, and this would allow them to pull it out very easily when they needed to get out of their car very quickly.
The Stinger, in terms of a duty light, that the form, fit, and function, how that light operates, match perfectly so that it doesn't get in a police officer's way of doing their job.
The electronics being introduced into the product has enabled us to put more functions into the light, safety features too.
So when you observe our customers and how they use the products, it's interesting how these products have adapted to our customers and their needs.
So it's a much improved product. We still maintain that it's simple for the end user. You still pick up the light. The interface is the same as what the original Stinger was, but you have a lot more options.
Firefighting, I don't know if folks know this, there's 1.1 million firefighters in America, and 1 million of them are volunteers.
And the only tool these guys have to help them get through this room of smoke and like fire and death is this device that you created for them.
It's a wonderful market because these folks are so dedicated to their craft. And it's not only, you know, for some it's a career, for many it's a hobby, but for all it's a passion.
The fire industry is a really like heartwarming one. It's like one that makes you like super proud to work on projects for this company.
One of the things that sticks out in my mind was 9/11. We were working in the old building and somebody came out and told us, you know, the first tower had been hit and then the second and then the other two. By that afternoon, we had people on the phones looking for product. We need product, we need to get them, we need to, rescuers, you know, they need lights. So you couldn't get into the city. So we had kind of a link. We got some product together, trucked it to a rep who worked out of New Jersey but had connections with the fire department in New York. He then he was able to travel to the middle of the bridge and turn it over to the fire department. That went on for a couple times. And that's how our headlamps and things got into them to use for rescue.
I would say that one of the biggest steps forward for Streamlight as far as product was when we split away from working with another company and started the TLR line of product. But it was Streamlight's move to say, hey, we don't need to partner with somebody, we can build it better ourselves. And we did.
So that was basically how the TLR came to be.
It just was such a massive leap forward. And once we made that leap, we went from a walking pace of advancement to a sprint. Every year after, it got better and better.
And then we also then morphed into other areas such as the military, the Sidewinder.
For the military, we have a whole line of the Sidewinder flashlights that I'm happy to say that I've seen some of my friends, their children have enlisted in the military, they're proudly wearing our product on their gear.
So the Sidewinder started with a request from the Marine Corps, and we developed the Sidewinder specifically to the specifications, most of the specifications that they requested.
You know, you need to innovate, and with the Sidewinder series of products, we've been able to continually innovate and adapt to how that soldier is operating with their other equipment day to day. So I'd say in the military, it's really about adaptability of our products to the way that that soldier operates. You know, weapons are not made to mount things on necessarily. It has to be extremely durable. When you look at the test facilities that we've put in place here, not only the gun range, but more recently investing in additional equipment so that we can simulate putting 10,000 rounds through a weapon to test our light's function and how it mates to that weapon and responds to that level of testing. We continue to invest in that type of technology so that we can test these lights and that they're going to work when they need to work.
We understand that, you know, our products are professional grade and the hearers are using our products. So, you know, we put a lot of time, effort, and quality into our product because there is no, you know, room for failure in the field.
Yeah, the automotive market for us is, you know, again, another core market. And when we think of automotive technicians, boy, it was like they were born to beat up the products that they use, the tools that they use in their jobs.
Have to work day in and day out and under what can be considered very extreme conditions, especially when you're talking about fire departments, industrial use.
Industrial is an interesting one because we probably sell the broadest range of product to our industrial customers. So as you sell industry, industry is kind of a catch-all, right? So this could be heavy highway construction, bridge construction, a lot of underground work where they're working in the dark pretty consistently.
I actually had a discussion with one person where he was asking me the question of, you know, why so many lights? You know, why do you have so many products? And when I first started working here, I'm sitting there thinking the same thing. Why do we have so many lights? The real answer turned out to be something radically different. I started meeting a lot of people in law enforcement, firefighters and such, and finding out that these weren't toys, these were tools that they were using for their jobs to maintain their own lives and to help save the lives of others.
Keep in mind that Streamlight's got 100 million flashlights out on the street. None of our competitors are anywhere close to that number.
So everybody out in the manufacturing floor, understand and know somebody that uses a Streamlight product. And that drives us to do the extra, in-process inspection. It drives us to understand that cutting corners, can result in a quality issue, and quality issues cannot be, be afforded out in the field, not when we have military, fire, EMS, and law enforcement using our products.
The team is the most critical part of Streamlight. The people that work here go above and beyond and work hard to do the ultimate mission of providing really professional grade lighting.
There's not a door in this building that I can't go into, whether it's the CEO, the CFO, or the person that's working in the warehouse.
Our consistency in customer satisfaction is what has helped get us to where we are today.
Streamlight prides itself in the customer service. It's one of the most important parts of our business, and one of the reasons that we've been successful.
For example, someone in law enforcement comes and visits our company, and they're inquiring about some product. I get a chance to go there and have this face-to-face contact with this person, and they get a chance to kind of educate me and tell me how they're using this product and what it's doing for them and how it affects their life and their job.
What I would hope to see is that it would continue to grow, and we keep adding people, and that family gets bigger, our team continues to thrive, and we take on more challenging projects and advance the technology of this industry further.
LEDs are kind of the way everything is right now. I can't wait to see what the next sort of aha thing is that we'll move into. That'll be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think Streamlight is all about new products, and so if we continue to come out with new products, that's where we have our competitive advantage, our niche, and that's what really makes us go.
I hope that Streamlight advances its technology as much as it has over these last 50 years. And I also hope that it advances the way that it deals with the employees of the company like it has for the last 50 years.
For me, and in my role, my focus is very much on bringing a new solution to the market and to maybe even a specific profession that hasn't been done before.
A continuous flow of testimonials about how the light saved their life or made their job easier, and really laid the foundation for Streamlight as a company and what we do and what we're all about, which is making professional lives easier, safer, and even saving them from time to time.